Alright, we're doing a sound check. Hopefully that is okay-ish. I think I might need to go down even more, actually. We'll try that. In spam one more time. So we have Kevvnn versus Dunkhan. And if the sound is okay, let me know. Because I don't want to start without it. Okay, I'm going to assume that the sound is A-okay. Move on to the bracket real quick. This is Kevvnn versus Dunkhan. Dunkhan defeated iRage 2-0, and Kevvnn defeated Ultimate Crew 2-0 as well. Both Ultimate Crew and iRage were wildcard positions, which means they were third place in their divisions, and Dunkhan and Kevvnn were both first place. Dunkhan came from Group D, coming out on top of Katie and iRage, Magic Spoon, and Legend Hunter. Kevvnn out of Group C, coming out of Aristoza, Camouflages, Psychotech, and GW. Katie and Dunkhan are both still in currently. They've both made it to the finals, or quarterfinals. And as you can see, Philalt has knocked out Camouflages in the quarterfinals. Strategy is up 1-0. It was very close for versus Night at Night. Alrighty, Kevvnn. we'll start whenever they're ready to go. Yes, I had a question about what you get for winning. Mainly it's pride. You do get a unnamed seahorse on your preferred ocean for the winner overall. Obviously, we're still in quarterfinals. If I were to bet, I would think Kevvn probably is the favorite going in here, but we'll see. He also gets a slightly better spawn. It looks like, oh yeah, right, Terra, this cluster. Both of them are going to be on the 3 points. Interesting. Well, good thing that Dunkhan didn't do that left. He only put in 2 moves there. Probably could have done... No, couldn't have done anything actually. That's the best move he could have done. Kevvn with a 3-point advantage at the beginning. Pause forward seems kind of risky for that. But I guess Kevvn wasn't likely to go like forward left or something. Not in that situation. So, Kevvn picking up all the points. Dunkhan not really able to get onto points fully. But I suspect he made this turn. Haha, Phil, 69 though. I think he's gonna do... Oh, interesting. Interesting. Well, that works too. I was thinking forward left, which is much worse, or pause forward left for Dunkhan. But he would have been down 2 shots, so props to him. Phil says Dunkhan, I'm thinking maybe Kevvn. But no real advantage here yet. Dunkhan protecting against the forward left forward. But Kevvn just opting to go for the point coverage, just a left. Keeping his 3-point lead. So we have 2 Dunkhans and 1 Kevvn. Oh, brutal. This could be really bad for me. Could be worse. Now Dunkhan's in a pretty awful position. I'd be tempted to left forward forward. Haha, it would work too. And it would have picked up the points, but super risky move. I think that was even shot. Yeah, that was even shots. And Kevin just picks up points. So even shots, nothing super crazy yet. Where am I from? I am from Canada. Canadian, eh? I don't really understand what Kevin was going for there. I could have seen like a left pause right to get behind him, presuming, or yeah, because Dunkhan was likely going to do a right or left on one. But he just stayed in the whirlpool and didn't cover points. So I think Kevin could have played that better. Well, so could have Dunkhan. He moved off points, but they ended up being even. Looks like Dunkhan's gonna right there, yeah. So +2 for Kevin. And Dunkhan's down 3 points. I'm just gonna sit there. Nice. And even out the shots again. It's very close. Nobody's really got any advantage. 3-point lead is just from the spawn. So 100% even, basically. Totally zoned out and did not look to see if he got up shots there, so I'll have to look at the replay. Well, Dunkhan has the obvious left here, or Kevin, sorry. So like left forward. Yeah. Okay, the replay is coming up in a second, so I'll actually be counting shots properly. Good turn for Kevin though overall, picking up another 3-point incline. sort of like left, pause, right, left for Duncan. Oh my goodness, I wasn't paying attention. Maybe chat can let me know. Yeah, Duncan did do that. He's definitely down 2 shots. Oh, okay. So now he's just down 2 shots. Problem with the replaying, I'm just watching my stream, so it's like the turns are still timed identical. Should probably change that so that I can, like, while I'm waiting for one turn to happen, I can watch what happened like 2 turns ago or 3 turns ago, whatever the delay is. Can't remember. So again, it's still only a 3-point lead. Duncan's down 2. Kind of like sit here for Duncan, but I probably couldn't actually do it. He does. Can you sit again? I don't know. I don't think he can risk it. I think he's got to go like left, left, forward or something. Left, left, left is a little risky. But he did it. Turned out to be okay. Well, definitely forward on 1. Oh, Duncan. That's 4 shots now. But, you know, I guess you can't really get that mad at Duncan though for that. I mean, I guess Duncan was presuming that Kevvn would protect against the pause right, so he forward right, but red well. Who is who? Blue is Duncan, green is Kevvn, if you can't make it out. And blue is team 1. But the points haven't changed at all in several turns, so both of them are covering points quite well. But Duncan's down 4 shots, which is fairly significant now. Kevvn definitely has an advantage. Assuming that he can time the sync fine. Now, Kevvn is green, Duncan is blue. Kind of like pause right, pause left for Duncan. pause right left might be okay, assuming that Kevvn doesn't sit. Yeah, I would have destroyed him. Pause right left. Dunkhan goes up 2 shots there, but drops 3. So he's now overall down 2. And he's down 6 points. So I don't really think that's that bad of a... I think that's a good turn for Dunkhan overall. Trading a 3 for 2 shots is pretty decent, I think, on this map. Interesting. That didn't really work out for Kevvn at all. He took 2 rams and... No, he only took 1. Took a ram and dropped 3. It's back to 3 points. A very close game. Dunkhan's still down 2. Right forward. Pause right forward. Oh! That's bad for Dunkhan. He's now down 6. I mean, sure, he evened out, but that was not worth it. It was a good turn by Kevvn. I don't know why Dunkhan didn't see that. He could have easily, like, left forward. Would have been safe. And he would have been up 3 for no cost. And not really with position, actually, but he doesn't have position here. Uh-oh. Another bad turn for Dunkhan. Now the question is, does he pause forward, or does he pause forward? Or he could forward left. I think I like pause forward. Oh, what? Dunkhan doesn't try to block him? Oh, interesting. He goes for the counter to a forward, or a forward, which is probably even better. Good play by Dunkhan. But now Kevvn's just trying to capitalize on his point advantage, trying to make sure that Dunkhan makes more mistakes and he can sink him with a bigger shot differential, because 6 shots isn't great depending on the timing of the sink. He's dropping 3 here. Just a forward here from Kevvn would be super dirty. He probably can't do that though. He did. Oh, okay, he did the left at the end and picked up 3. So even shots still. Dunkhan's still down 6. I don't know why. I guess Kevin's making the right play to go for shots. I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't be dropping so many points though. Especially when he's just trading. Yeah, camo the right wouldn't have worked. Would have been terrible actually. Oh, this is interesting. He's gonna pause. Huh. It's not a very good position for Duncan. Question is, do you left and then like right? Nah, left right's way too risky. Or left forward right is way too risky. Yeah, he did it. Oh, Duncan. That's brutal. That is a major misplay. It's just way too risky of a move. I mean, again, he's trying to get up on shots, but now he just like gave him a whole bunch of points for 2 turns. And that's just because he's down. He was down 6, so he decided to do something fairly desperate. Oh, it's so easy, like right for Duncan or something. Yeah, that's right, there's Rams and stuff. Kevin took up more Rams. Good point. Okay, so it's like a 4-turn delay. Yeah, because of the counter. Oh, Duncan. Oh. I mean, right is the right move to put pressure, but you have to move on 3 as well. Actually, left forward would have put him on the 2 of the 3s. So now it's like a, Duncan has to go for shots. He has to drop a couple points. Go for shots, I think. There's like a 9-point differential for a 9-shot differential for Kevin. About. Oh, he could have left right. this point, it's Kevin's game to lose. I think sit on one, Duncan. Nope. Good play. I don't know where Kevin's going here. So now 7 shots. That was a really good turn for Duncan, actually. Misplay by Kevvn. I don't know what forward left really does, other than keep him off points. I mean, I guess it beats like forward or something. But why would he go forward? Oh my god. Sit? Ballsy. Back down to 9 shots. You can't give up shots. No, this is interesting. Oh, nice. Nice. Again, why is he just like... What did he expect? Guess he expected right forward. Which doesn't put Duncan on points. Clearly Duncan's going for points instead of shots. This is not what I'd be doing, but hey. So 7 shot lead. I think Duncan just should trade out ASAP. And back to 9. Ah. See, 9 shots is enough that he can just run around when Duncan returns. I think Kevvin's just going to sit forward and sit, so like right, left for Duncan. Nope. And we're back in this situation. Exact same turn. Where Kevvn did a forward here and Duncan did a forward as well. Forward pause left and Duncan did, or Kevvn did forward pause left as well, I think. Yeah. Oh no. Duncan. I mean, it's fairly common for people to change what they're doing. At this point, it's pretty much done. But who knows? I'm at 10% damage, he says. And that was like 16 shots or something. Maybe. Was a lot of shots, so pretty dominant from Kevvn. Yeah, exactly, Phil. Rip. Dunkhan is gonna go for it. Phil, I think you owe me... How much Poe did you... 69 Poe. Honestly, what that came down to is it was pretty even for the first bit, and then Dunkhan made one bad move. He was always behind on the points, and I think he was trying to compensate for that a little bit too much. Made a bad move, and then you're down points and shots. Then he decided to do something risky. That pause left right thing that knocked him out of the whirlpool and stuff was the start of it. Because then he dropped like 6 points. He was like way off cluster. Then he just dropped more and more shots. And honestly, when you're down that many shots, you need to try and get up shots again, even if it means dropping a few points. And then you just hope for the best when you come back after you sink, probably. I mean, you want to sink before him. And then try and play a dead in the water game versus your opponent. Knock him in dead in the water and capitalize on points there. Sink him off at the end of the round. Ugh, Dunkhan. Technically not mathematical yet, but pretty much a guaranteed win for Kevvn. So, it is a 53-point gap. And there are... How many turns left? 6. Which means times 9, which is like 120 points. So yeah, it's definitely not mathematical yet. But spawn, it's like 3 or 4 turns. Yeah, Kevvn's happy. Happy to give him a 3-pointer each turn. 3 points a turn is mathematical. He's just going around there. He absolutely would need the sync. But it's 5 minutes and he's at like 0%. Takes, what, like 3 or 4 turns of full 8 shots to sync. Yeah, four turns. Possibly 3 if he trades. Just the turn before that. So it's very unlikely to happen. Ugh, that's just salt in the wounds. But yeah, at this point we're just waiting for the clock to run down. The match is basically decided. And that's 6 turns times 9, 54 points. It's basically math. Is it math? No. Yeah, it is. It is mathematical, actually. 106 is the highest score Dunkhan can get now. So congratulations to Kevvn for pulling out the win. And we shall update the bracket in the meantime while we're waiting for that to finish. Sweet. Ah, Kevvn just, I don't know, definitely outplaying. There's not that much else to say. I mean, Kevvn definitely played better this match. It was Kevvn's map, so we'll see how he does, how Dunkhan does when he picks his own map. Those of you who don't know, the eliminations work in best of 3, and each player vetoes one map that the other player can't pick and will not play. And then each player picks their own map that they're presumably good at. This was Kevvin's map. But at this point, when you're at a higher level, it shouldn't really matter that much about maps. You can definitely, I don't know, be well, or you can definitely be better at certain maps, which is why people pick certain things. So presumably Kevvn was well practiced on Terra. And then right after this match, I'll hop over to the bracket, talk about it some more, let you know how things are going. And the last turn. Well played by Kevvn. Phil, you owe me 69 po. Alright, so Kevvn bracket. As you can see, this is what we're currently looking at. Kevvn is up 1. Strategy's up 1. Famed versus Katie, I think, is going to be really intense. Both of them are extremely good nabbers, and both are definitely viable for the whole competition. Yet they're playing in the quarterfinals, so that will be an epic matchup, I think. And if Famed versus Aristoza was any indication, I think this will be even better. As you saw, Kevvn versus Dunkhan. Kevvn had a pretty good performance. I mean, it wasn't like super dominant. Dunkhan made only a few major mistakes, I guess. But I can definitely see Dunkhan coming back and doing really well in the second match with his home map. The strategy versus 99 match was pretty close. That was Strategy's map, so same thing. Especially because that game was even closer. 99 can pick her map that she's really good at. Maybe Strategy or me, not really able to capitalize on that, or just really bad at specific maps, perhaps. So she could get a definite advantage and take it to a third match, which is kind of exactly what happened with my match versus Avienda, losing the first one and then coming back to win the next two. The only other third matches were Loafer and Camo, which Camo won the first match and moved on, and Famed and Aristoza, which Famed also won the first match and moved on. So that's the only comeback from behind at all. So, seed-wise, just so you guys know, Phil Alt was the winner of Group A. We have two Group A'ers still in, Phil Alt and Strategy. Technically, Camo was from Group C. who's also Kevvnn's group. Kevvnn is also Group C. Dunkhan and Katie were Group D. Same was Group E, and Knight and I was Group B. Group A was actually pretty interesting. We can go there real quick. It was by far the most, like, the closest. Nobody came out undefeated. Was the only group without an undefeated leader, so that was kind of interesting. Phil Alt came out on top, only losing to Morgamongo. I think Morg probably would have made it if he hadn't gone inactive halfway through the tournament. It's unfortunate for him, but perhaps fortunate for some of the other people. Strategy ended up only beating Morgan Leonette, losing to Scotties, giving Scotties his only win, which was kind of embarrassing for me. And Leonette got a wildcard position, which was kind of a shocker, because it was likely that she wouldn't. But she had to play Phil in the quarters, which, as you saw, she was eliminated by Phil. But congratulations to Kevvnn for picking up this win. They're saying that they're likely to schedule the next Kevvnn versus Dunkhan match this weekend, so we'll be there for that. Not sure when the Fane versus Katie matches are going to happen, or the next strategy versus 9 but they'll be in spam. Keep an eye out, and we'll definitely be streaming all of those. I'm behind in posting up the recordings, but I'll probably do that tonight, maybe. Put up some of the recordings. They're all in the form under the events page. So I'll leave it here. Keep the music going for a little bit. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.
to say, and maybe I should say I'm sorry. I am for all the things I did today that made you feel so empty-hearted. You asked me once